Now at 6, water emergency. A water main break impacting hundreds of thousands of residents in Broward County and prompting a state of emergency in Fort Lauderdale.
Chopper 4 is live over the scene of that break at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, where workers have come up with a short-term fix to the problem. The story is still developing right now at 6 o'clock.
We are expecting new information on this water main break. A news conference is scheduled. It should take place in the next few minutes.
Yeah, when that happens, we'll make sure to bring it to you live.
Right now, we have team coverage for you on the water emergency, beginning with CBS 4's Ted Scouten. He's live at the scene of the break with more on the work being done right now. Ted.
Yeah, Elliot and Francis crews have been out here for 24 hours now working on this area where that break happened. Let's toss it up to Chopper 4, which is right over the scene here. This is at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. This afternoon, the mayor said they came up with a temporary fix. Earlier, just a little while ago, we saw them pouring concrete into the hole where that pipe was broken. Now they're actually pushing dirt into the hole there, but the mayor also warned that the water can still go out again as work on a permanent solution continues. A temporary fix gets water flowing again in Fort Lauderdale after a pipe break turns off the faucet.
I have signed a proclamation declaring a local state of emergency.
Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trentalis sounded the alarm that people could be without water for up to 24 hours.
Whatever's left in the line will continue to be usable, but after that there'll be no more water supply to the lines.
The trouble began Wednesday afternoon when a company subcontracted by FPL hit a 42-inch pipe that brought water to the city's main water treatment plant.
But essentially they were doing underground boring, as you see many of the utilities doing these things.
With a drill?
Yeah, with an underground drill, directional boring, and for whatever reason hit the pipe and knocked a hole about this big in the side of the 42-inch line.
The break impacted up to 220,000 people. It includes the city of Fort Lauderdale, Sea Ranch Lakes, Lauderdale by the...
All right, we want to take you live right now to the news conference and Mayor Dean Trentalis of Fort Lauderdale.
Shortage that resulted due to the broken pipe. So I have some good news to report tonight. So I'm very pleased to be able to tell you that a solution, at least a temporary solution, is at hand, that we feel fairly confident that a repair now being underway. And we'll probably know a little bit more by 8 p.m. tonight as to whether or not it will remain secure. But in speaking with city staff, everyone feels very confident that the approach that we are taking in trying to at least give us some temporary relief and allow the water to continue to flow through the 5-ash water treatment plant will continue as expected. Our public works staff and their contractors have developed a solution to deal with the break and are in the process of implementing it. I want to introduce to you our staff. That we have Paul Berg, who is our Chief of Public Works. We have Rob Hernandez, who is our Deputy City Manager, and of course Ben Sorensen, my colleague on the City Commission. Water is now flowing, and though at a lower than normal pressure, and should be back to near normal sometime this evening. As you know, a contractor yesterday broke a 42-inch city pipe that supplies water from our well fields to the water treatment plant. As a result, we lost water supply to the city and to the other cities that we serve. So here's what we're doing to make the necessary repairs. We managed to put a partial patch in the hole of the water main. Water pressure began increasing as a result. We are now building a concrete bunker around the broken pipe that will seal the break. It will protect the patch and shore the pipe and prevent the break from increasing or becoming any worse. The bunker should be completed by 10 p.m. It should allow the 5-ash water treatment plant to return to full, near normal operation. This will give us time to redirect the water flow backup line. There are two options to accomplish the transfer to the backup line, either by using shutoff valves or by building a temporary bypass. Once the water is flowing through the backup line, we will then install a replacement pipe to the primary main. That work could take through the weekend. Please remember that even if this work succeeds, and it seems like it is succeeding, the boil water notice remains in effect and will likely last for the next 48 hours. It's imperative that all folks in the affected areas continue to boil water and prior to consuming it, especially if you're making ice, you're drinking it, you're brushing your teeth, washing dishes, food preparation, and the like, until further notice. Otherwise, use bottled water. Because the boil water remains in effect, we will reopen distribution points around the city and continue to provide bottled water to residents in need. Again, those sites are Mills Pond Park, the Beach Community Center on the beach, and Riverland Park. We expect to operate these sites through the length of the boiled water notice. You know, I want to thank Governor DeSantis and his Emergency Preparedness Director, Jared Moskowitz, for allowing us quick access to the state's bottled water reserves and for personally calling this city and offering their hand and help to guide us through this crisis. They've sent about 100,000 bottles of water, most of which has been distributed, and more is on the way. I also want to thank Senator Rick Scott, who also personally called us today to offer his help if he's able to in any way whatsoever. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm also happy to report that we have received no reports of any significant issues as a result of the water emergency. Broward County and the city were in contact with critical care facilities to ensure any needs were met. But we received no requests for special assistance. So I want to again thank our city staff, particularly our Public Works Department, for a quick response to an important crisis. It speaks well for the city's ability to respond to the unexpected emergencies. If residents have any concerns or questions whatsoever, we ask you to call 954-828-8000. That's 954-828-8000. With the anticipated resolution of the water break, the city will focus on investigating how this accident occurred. As I stated earlier today, Florida Communications Concepts, a subcontractor repairing electrical lines for FPL, struck and damaged the main at the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport just outside our window. They have been cited, and we have launched an enforcement action. That is my statement. Do you have any questions? So we're on our way. Thank you. Yes?
Was a permit required for the work that the subcontractor was doing, and did they?
Why don't you step in and respond to that?
So I don't have a specific answer to that question, but just in general, companies like FPL, for example, have a franchise agreement with the city, and so they're not required to pull a permit each and every time they're digging in the city.
But they were cited for working without a permit, so.
I don't have any information right now as to the nature of the citation. I know they were cited for something earlier this morning, but again, I don't have that information.
That information will be forthcoming once we're able to present it to you. And certainly they're cited for breaking the pipe.
But can you talk to us a little bit about, what you've learned in terms of what they were doing there?
All right, we've been watching a live news conference by the mayor of Fort Lauderdale and assistant city manager explaining that the water emergency, there is a temporary fix, but a boil water notice remains in effect. Our